Past tense, dictation, and explanation. Dictation 1. Please take out a piece of paper and number your paper 1 to 6. If you need a little time, you can pause this. Number 1. He didn't know that she could finish so quickly. He didn't know that she could finish so quickly. He didn't know that she could finish so quickly. Number 2. Were you worried that it would be windy that afternoon? Were you worried that it would be windy that afternoon? Number 2 again. Were you worried that it would be windy that afternoon? Number 3. How did he learn that his wife was pregnant? How did he learn that his wife was pregnant? How did he learn that his wife was pregnant? Number 4. We doubted that we could get there early. We doubted that we could get there early. We doubted that we could get there early. Number 5. She truly believed that her mom would move to the U.S. She truly believed that her mom would move to the U.S. Number 6. It was great that you were able to graduate. It was great that you were able to graduate. It was great that you were able to graduate. Here are the answers. Please check your answers and see how you did. You can pause this and take as much time as you need to check your answers. Now, this is a little complicated past tense in these sentences. We have to be in the past, some adjective, the word that, and a subject and a verb. It was great that you were able to graduate. It was great that you were able to graduate. Notice this. Great that, great that. Great is an adjective. We say that you were able to graduate. The word that is actually not necessary. You could remove the that and just say it was great you were able to graduate. In the other sentences, number 1 to 5, We have a subject plus a verb in the past, plus that, plus another subject and verb. Look at the sentences. She truly believed. That's a subject and a verb, with truly being an adverb. She believed what? That her mom would move to the U.S. Notice that there is would or could. We're talking about the past. She believed that her mom would. Would here meaning what? In the future, but the past. So in the past, she thought that would happen in the future. Now we're using would. There's would or could in these sentences. Numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They don't all have this. Which ones have them? Which one have that? You understand? She believed that her mom would move to the U.S. She believed that her mom would move to the U.S. Which ones are we looking at here? You understand? Yeah, actually it is. Number 5. You understand? Number 4 is similar to this, and also is number 1 and 2. Great. A little bit complicated past tense, right? Not just the simple past tense, not just the past tense, but there's another subject and verb also in the sentence. Now let's do another dictation. Dictation 2, once again, 6 sentences. Please try to write these down. Number 1, her foot swelled after she fractured that bone. Her foot swelled after she fractured that bone. Her foot swelled after she fractured that bone. Number 2. Number 2. The weather changed after those hot days. The weather changed after those hot days. The weather changed after those hot days. Number 3, her father called her before he came over. Her father called her before he came over. Her father called her before he came over. Number 4, his brother moved to the U.S. before him. His brother moved to the U.S. before him. His brother moved to the U.S. before him. Number 5. They completed everything while they were talking. They completed everything while they were talking. They completed everything while they were talking. Number 6. He texted us since he couldn't call. He texted us since he couldn't call. He texted us since he couldn't call. Here are the answers. Please take your time to check your answers. You can pause this if you need a little more time. I'm going to the next slide now. Notice the grammar in each sentence. Her foot swelled, that's past tense, after she fractured that bone. Her father called her before he came over. They completed everything while they were talking. He texted us since he couldn't call. These are called adverb clauses in purple. Most are in the past, but one is in the past progressive. The one in the past progressive says while. You should study what adverb clauses are and how to use them. We have in these sentences a subject and a verb, like he texted us, subject, verb, object, and then since he couldn't call, we have another subject and verb later. The group of words with a subject and a verb is called an adverb clause. Notice this grammar. The weather changed after those hot days. His brother moved to the U.S. before him. Now these are called adverb phrases. It's a phrase. A phrase does not have a subject and verb. After those hot days is just a noun. Before him, just a noun. Before him, we have the word after and before. They're prepositions. These can also be called prepositional phrases because they start with a preposition. All right, well, that's it for this simple explanation of the past tense. I didn't just talk about the past tense, but I talked about how we can have past tense and then more in a sentence. A little more complicated sentences. I know you guys can do this. Keep on studying and learning, and have a great day.